Hello, my name is Charles, and in today's video, we're going to talk about the importance of schedules. This is something I need to do. This is something I definitely need to engage in. Because you see, if you fly by the seat of your pants and you have no schedule or routine or habituated ways of living, then it's really it's a lot more work, honestly. I know, people are like, it's so hard to stick to a routine. It's so hard to stick to a consistent schedule. And really, it's actually much easier in the long term to stick to a schedule and much harder in the front loading of the effort to change your current schedule. So let me explain, right? Everyone is living to like some rhythm or some semblance of a schedule. And even if it seems like a totally degenerate, scroll on your phone, TikTok, do nothing kind of schedule, your brain and your body have certain habits, for when you want to eat, when you want to sleep, everything like that, everything under the sun. So if you consciously design the schedule and then you front load the effort into actually changing your day-to-day routine to match that schedule, then initially it's going to take a lot of work. It's going to be really uncomfortable. It's really going to suck. But then after the fact, it'll be a lot nicer because you'll be like, oh my gosh, feels so like I'm going where I want to go. I'm getting what I want done. This is awesome. I'm with who I want to be with. It's going to be amazing. And the reason it's actually easier long-term to follow that schedule is the idea of like cognitive load. So if you are making like every single decision each day and, you're thinking, from what shirt you want to wear that day to, where you want to be, you have to make every single decision about everything every day. That's a lot of effort. That's a lot of mental effort. And you want to just focus that in on the few tasks or people or person, even if it's just your partner, that you care about, right? If you can prioritize that attention and those decisions just to the few things that do matter, as opposed to the infinite things that don't, then you're going to go a lot farther, right? Because if you're spending all the time deciding, like, what am I going to eat today? What am I going to wear? Right? And you have to decide on absolutely everything, way too much wasted mental energy. And this is something I fall victim to. So if you make a schedule, right, come along the journey with me. Let's make schedules. Let's try to stick to a pretty consistent routine so we can do well in life and we can focus on the, people that matter or on the person that matters. If it's like your partner, and then the goals that matter and the dreams that matter, because you don't want to be wasting all your time, attention, and energy on just decisions that in the long term you don't really care about. You're like, who cares? What I wore, what shirt or what, whether or not I had the blue sock or the red sock that day, who cares? Didn't matter. Had no effect. But whether or not, I focused those 4 hours on, this routine, or I spent time talking to my partner or whatever, that's what you're going to care about. And that's what's going to build your life. So make life easier. Let's pay the upfront price together, make some great schedules, and then enjoy the rewards after. My name is Charles. This has been how or why schedules are actually easier than no schedule. God bless, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Much love.